Hi everybody, it's Kathy here and it is Thursday, so that means we're keeping it simple sometimes. Come along, scrapbook with me today as we use last week's base that we made. Do you remember this one with the blue? Yes, we are using this one today and we're going to create a beach layout. Now, I would not have thought using flowers and this paper that I would have done a beach layout, but we are. It's a nice summer one. I have this 4x8 photo of my daughter and her husband. And what we're going to do is we're going to mat it onto this paper that says summer. It is a printable from Scrapper Sketch, and I will put the details down below. And we're also using some printables that I have fussy cut from another Scrapper Sketch range to add as our embellishments on this layout today. So I'm just trimming down the edges here, and I'm putting it together slowly, as you can see, because I'm working out exactly how much I want it to be. And in the end, I just go with a 1/4 inch around the photos. So it's an 8 1/4 by 4 1/4 cut. So this paper here is from the summer range that Lisa Sikorsky has put out, and it is quite a pretty bright colour that you can use. So this layout we created last week, and I will put the video above here if you're interested in checking out how this came together so you too can create a layout. Once you have the photo matted, it then comes together quite easily. I'm just checking where I'm going to place it on the layout to make sure that I've got the right spacing, because I've also pulled together some leftover letters that I've had for quite a long time, and they're going to actually take up a whole lot of that right hand panel. So putting this down, as you can see, takes me a while. I am not a fast scrapper, so if you're feeling like you're a slow scrapper, you just saw how nice and slow I work. And I've put that now to the left, and then I'm now speeding it up. So this is not real time. As you can see, there's a big difference in the way things work. I'm putting in the words happy in love, and now I'm going to put those down onto the layout, and I can space it out a lot quicker than if I had already put the photo down. Once I put the letters in, I'm easily able to then start building my little embellishment clusters around the letters. These letters are ancient. I've had them for so long and they've been sitting on my desk, and I saw them when I was working with this photo, and I thought they're perfect for what I want for this colour scheme on this layout. And so by keeping it simple, just taking the letters, that's making a difference. I have this little frame here, and it says summertime, and what I've done is I've cut out all these little printables of fish and coral and seaweed, and I'm just adding them in points to the layout, and that way I have my 3 clusters, and you can see how this is coming together really easily. So I'll just go off screen. Oh, actually no, I didn't this time. I'm actually gluing it down, and you can see how I'm putting it all together. And then I realised I haven't actually put the photo down, so I better put it down so that it's permanently in place. And it's over on that left-hand panel, which covers a lot of that flowers, but draws the eye because of the colours of the rocks. They're matching with the colours of the paper, and the colours of the blues and everything in the photo draw the colours of my paper choices and embellishment choices all together. I'm just going to add a little camera down here because of the photo opportunity. I often put a camera on a layout just because it is photos and it ties in that this is what it's about. I'm popping up the fish using foam tape so that I can get a nice even coverage so that the tails don't bend, and then it's just going to sit there on the layout. And you can see that there's 3 different embellishment clusters. Now I did go off screen to cut out some more things which I've added. So you can see there I've added the coral and I added some starfish. I'm using my salty ocean here, and I've added water, and with my fan brush I'm just adding paint splatters. So if you don't have a fan brush, you can just use a normal brush. You can use watercolor paints, you can use inks, and that's basically the layout come together. Now I'm adding in some kindy glitz here to add some sparkle to the layout, to tie in with the sparkly letters. And then I have clear Nouveau drops, which I'm going to use as bubbles. So you can see I've got the 3 bubbles coming up from the fish there, and I had the other one on the lens of the camera, and that makes the camera look like it is a 3-dimensional piece on the paper. The only other thing that I'm going to do is add in the date, and that was when we were at the beach this summer. So that's how quick and easy this layout came together. You too can create something as easy. Just remember, all you need are some letters and some embellishments, and you can put it together nice and easily. This is a very clean and very simple layout, and there you can see how effective that looks. So hope you have a go. Hope you have something here to inspire you to use up all your scraps on a layout. And now we'll get ready for the next one. So I had this frame from a previous layout, and I was contemplating using the red side, but the blue flowers side actually complements these pages nicely. So I'm going to put the pink to the bottom, and it's a bit more solid, so it's going to actually pull this layout nice and tightly together. And using these frames that you have laying around, and how I get those is, I know I'm not going to use the whole page when I'm using a piece of paper sometimes. So I will cut it down and have the frame sitting to the side because the paper is pretty, and then I'm able to use it again on another layout. With a paper punch here, I'm just adding a decorative edge to the strip of this moon phase paper, and then I'm going to use that to add some interest to the bottom of this one. So if you don't have a paper punch, that's fine. You don't have to use a paper punch. You can tear it. You can just layer it. You can add some lace or some ribbon. And then you're going to have that edge binding the 2 pieces together and adding some detail to your layout. So there's the base done very easily, as you can see. Well, it should be easy, but I'm having a bit of difficulty to get it down. That's why I always only do 1 strip at a time so that it is nice and flat. And I don't know what is going on here, but this frame is not sitting quite straight. And now I've got it. There we go. So I have, oh, nope. I see that when I'm looking at it, it's crooked. And that's the best thing about double-sided tape. You can lift it and move it until you actually put it down really tight. And by doing that, you do rub your fingers across it and make sure that it is in place. So I have that extra strip you saw me cut off, and now I'm going to turn that into a fishtail banner just for some point of interest on this layout. I do love the pink down the top, or at the top or at the bottom, whichever way I'm choosing to use this layout. I'm going to run that one right across, and then I have another piece of pink here that I'm going to cut another fishtail into, and that will make it a double banner across the bottom there. And that's how you can add fishtails to your layouts and make them easy, make them as anchor points for clusters, make them anchor points for your photos. Just add a little bit of detail or interest to a very simple base. Lots of opportunities with banners. And then I have leftover of this pink, which I'm going to then run another one down the bottom, so that I've got a double at the top and a double at the bottom. Pardon me. And you can see that it nestles nicely together. And last of all, I'm just going to trim off the excess here because I may use that on the layout when I go to put it together next week. So there's this layout. It's got 2 pieces, a frame and some fishtail banners. I could have it that way, or I could turn it around and have it that way, or I don't think I would have it on the side, but I do think I could have it top and bottom. I have 3 extra strips which I may or may not use for layering of the photos or cutting out the title. And that's how the layout from today came together. Hopefully you'll make one base ready for next week. This was a very quick and simple layout today. I hope I inspired you. Give me a thumbs up if you like what we made today. I hope you're getting layouts into your albums. Thanks for watching. Happy scrapping till next time. Here's my next video recommendation for you, and I'll see you next Thursday.